Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to be going through the math section of the full-length SAT Paper Practice Test 1, which is available on the College Board website, and I'm going to leave a link to it in the description as well. We're just going to go through, this will be part one of probably a 2 or 3 part series, where we're going to go through each question. I'm going to work through the question, talk through my thought process, and also ways that you can answer the question quickly and efficiently so you're able to get through all of the questions and achieve the best score that you possibly can. So it says there were 27 questions, and we're going to start with question 1. What is 10% of 470? So whenever there's a percent, this is just 470 divided by 10, but one easy way to do it if it's not like such a simple percentage is just this multiplication. So you could just multiply by 10 and divide by 100. You're given a calculator, but even if you don't need to, the answer is 47. Which equation is the same solution as the given equation? So we have 4x plus 6 equals 18. We see on all of the potential answer choices, they have 4x by itself. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say 4x plus 6 equals 18. We're going to subtract 6 from both sides, and that leaves us with 4x equals, and then 18 minus 6, we know that's 12. So 4x equals 12. That's answer choice C. The total cost in dollars to rent a surfboard consists of a $25 service fee and a $10 per hour rental fee. A person rents a surfboard for T hours and intends to spend a maximum of $75 to rent the surfboard. So we know our maximum is $75, and we're going to pay a service fee. We're always going to pay the service fee, so that in this case, that's going to be our y-intercept. We're going to pay that regardless. So even when we haven't spent any hours renting the surfboard, we're going to pay the service fee. And then we're going to pay $10 per hour. So that'll be 10t plus 25. And then that's going to be less than or equal to 75 because it can be up to 75. It cannot be above 75. And we can see that matches answer choice D. You can see C omits the $10 entirely and charges hourly for the service fee. B has them backwards, and A omits the $25. So we can see those are incorrect. The function g is defined by g of x equals x squared plus 9, for which value is g of x equal to 25. So we have x squared plus 9, and we're going to set that equal to 25. And then we're just going to solve this. So we have x squared plus 9. We're going to subtract 9 on both sides. And we're going to have x squared equals 16. So 25 minus 9 is 16. We then just square root of 16, you can see is 4. So that way 4 will be the answer here. So now we have each face of a fair 14-sided die is labeled with a number from 1 through 14, with a different number appearing on each face. If the die is rolled one time, what is the probability of rolling a 2? So it's fair. It's a fair die, so each side is equally likely. There are 14 sides with the numbers 1 through 14. They appear equally, so the number of faces that have the number 2 is 1, and there are 14 total faces, 1 over 14. A printer produces posters at a constant rate of 42 posters per minute. So we have 42 per minute. At what rate in posters per hour does the printer produce posters? So now we're just doing a rate conversion from minutes to hours. So posters per minute to posters per hour. So to do this conversion, we can simply convert minutes to hours. So we know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. We see the minutes cancel out, and we're left with 42 times 60 per hour. And then when we put this into the calculator, we can see that that is 2,520. You can also just do that out by hand. All right, over to question 7. Function f is defined by equation f of x equals 7x plus 2. What is the value of f of x when x equals 4? So we have 7x plus 2. We're going to substitute 4 in for x. So 7 times 4 plus 2 equals, 7 times 4 is 28. So 28 plus 2 is equal to 30. And that'll be our answer here. A teacher is creating an assignment worth 70 points. The assignment will consist of questions worth 1 point and questions worth 3 points. Which equation represents the situation where x represents the number of 1 point questions and y represents the number of 3 point questions? So one very quick and just easy way to get through this question is if x is the number of 1 point questions and I know the assignment is worth 70 points, I could have 70 1 point questions and 0 3 point questions. So let me try with x, which are the 1 point questions, equals 70, y equal, 70 1 point questions, 0 3 point questions. And we're going to plug these numbers in, and we know that the point total must equal 70. So here, if we plug in 0, we get 0. That's incorrect. Here, if we plug in 70, we're going to get 280, which is incorrect. Here, we're going to get 210, which is incorrect. Here, we're going to get 70, which is correct. You can also do this the other way with y equals 70 over 3, and you'll see you'll get the same results. Triangles, right triangles, L, M, and N, and P, Q, and R are similar, where L and M correspond to P and Q respectively. So let's do L, M, N, P, Q, R. So we know that angle M has a measure of 53. So angle M is actually not the right angle. So we're going to do L, M, N, and P, Q, R. We know L and M correspond to P and Q respectively. So if this is 53, what is Q? So we know R must correspond to N. So then we know that if M is 53, then we know Q is the equivalent angle. So it's also going to be 53 because we know the triangles are similar. All right, the solution to a given system of equations is x comma y. What is the value of x? So the easiest way that you can do this is you can see we have y in both instances. We can just take the top equality and subtract it from the bottom. So 4x plus y equals 15. We can then subtract both sides, subtract y on this side, and we're going to subtract negative 3x on this side. So we're going to get 4x equals, and this will become 15. It's minus a negative, so this will become 15 plus 3x. Now we can just subtract 3x on both sides, and we get x. 4 minus 3 is 1, so x equals 15, and that directly matches answer choice C. All right, and now we have which of the following equations is the most appropriate linear model for the data shown in the scatter plot. So what do we see about the data? We see that the y-intercept, so where y is equal to what y is equal to when x is equal to 0, is somewhere around here, which is around 10, right? We look at the possible answer choices. We see A, this is negative. So when x equals 0, this is negative. That's incorrect. B, it's positive. C, it's also negative. So that's incorrect. And D, it's positive. So now we're immediately between B and D. We can also see that the slope is negative, right? As x is increasing, y is decreasing. The only one of these remaining with a negative slope is B, so the answer must be B. So that's going to wrap it up for part 1 of this SAT math review. Be sure to let me know in the comments if anything was unclear, if there's anything you'd like me to go over or anything you'd like clarification on. And yeah, be sure if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Give any feedback, anything you'd like to see for future videos, and I will see you guys in part 2.